Good afternoon, AmCham members, and thank you, Sharif and Sylvia, for the warm introduction. Sylvia and Sharif told me I'd be having lunch with a couple of friends, so it's great to see that you both turned out. Seriously, I want to thank the whole AmCham team for the hard work that goes into putting an event like this together, and to the board members of AmCham for sustaining the vibrant partnership that you have with the U.S. Embassy. As you've just heard, my career has been about forging U.S. partnerships with countries and regions to expand mutually beneficial opportunities, including for U.S. business. I previously worked on economic and commercial files in a number of Mediterranean countries, including Greece, Cyprus, Israel, and Turkey, and gained in-depth understandings of how to realize opportunities and overcome challenges to boost trade, investment, and development. In Iraq, I worked with General Electric, with Hill International, with Cargill, and with others to advocate for their projects with the government in Baghdad. And as DCM in Cyprus, my team and I worked hard to grow the footprint of U.S. franchises and were in close contact with Houston-based Noble Energy as they conducted offshore seismic exploration and found gas. It's great to come full circle, 10 years later, and now see Noble playing a pivotal role in the development of Egypt's energy sector. And in both Cyprus and Greece, I worked with Exxon, and I'm delighted to report the signing just yesterday of a new contract to explore offshore here in Egypt. All of that is to say that I've long been a big proponent of diplomatic commercial engagement and advocacy for U.S. companies. As you all know, Egypt's a dynamic country with a complex economy and unique regional challenges, but also great opportunities. And I've been working hard over the past few months since I arrived to understand the specific challenges that U.S. companies face here. I'm still learning, and I count on you to help me continue that education. With your help, I hope to become an expert advocate for your interests, because the success of U.S. business in Egypt is in America's best interest. It's good for the U.S. economy, and it's good for the U.S.-Egypt relationship. As the U.S. ambassador, I'm responsible for U.S.-Egypt relations in all their aspects: political, military, economic, trade, cultural, educational. It all comes across my desk. I could talk to you today about each of these elements, but if I did, this lunch would stretch to dinner and beyond. So let me focus on what I think you all, AmCham members, are most interested in hearing from me. What we see is the opportunities for expanding and deepening our commercial engagement in Egypt. The first and most important point is that I am and will be your advocate in Egypt. I'll be working tirelessly to create and expand business opportunities between the United States and Egypt, and working with the Egyptian government to build an environment that attracts U.S. interests, U.S. investment, and in which a strong private sector can generate jobs and deliver the economic growth that Egypt needs. U.S. government support for your work is more important than ever, given, among other things, the support that your competitors get from their governments. From the U.S. side, we'll be pressing harder for you than ever before. You can count on it. Second, the American brand is not just about U.S. foreign policy and what we do at the embassy or what we do in Washington. It's about what you all do as well. The quality products and services that you bring to the market, the jobs you create, the innovation and entrepreneurship you inculcate, the knowledge and technology you transfer, the corporate social responsibility projects you undertake, the improvements to Egypt's healthcare, transportation, education, agriculture, and infrastructure that come with your investments here. American business ingenuity and partnership is part and parcel of our overall American brand. We're in this together, and your success is our success. Third, we have a great base to build on for more commercial engagement in the years ahead, and the trend lines are already very promising, as Sharif alluded to. Let's quickly look at some of the other numbers. Egypt is the fourth largest export market for U.S. goods and services in the Middle East, and the largest market for U.S. goods and services exports in Africa. From 2017 through the past November, total U.S.-Egyptian bilateral trade grew by over 44% to $8.2 billion. U.S. goods exports to Egypt were, as Sharif mentioned, $5.2 billion, up 30% over the past 2 years. And U.S. imports from Egypt were up to $3 billion. That's a growth of 76% in those 2 years. U.S. food and agricultural exports to Egypt grew a whopping 145% from 2017 to 2018.